Okay, good day, students. Again, here's teacher RC. And for this slide, for this PowerPoint, I'm going to teach you how to prove theorems with segments and rays. So, yeah. So this lesson is for grade 8 under geometry. Yeah, so itong PowerPoint na to, ginamit ko to for my grade 8 students. So, hindi ko na sasabihin kung saan school. Ayan. Pero last school year lang to, 2019-2020. And my reference for this lesson is MSA book. Ayan. So, ito makikita nyo itong problem doon. So, somewhat, papaikliin ko lang at mas pasisimplihan lang natin kung paano siya ipoprove. Yun. So, let's start with the review of proving. Here, we have a given figure wherein we have point T, line D, and point JL. Ayan. Ayan po. Ito yung figure na binibigay. So, in geometry, kadalasan, figure binibigay, lalo na sa deductive reasoning. And then, we're going to prove it using theorems. Theorems, definitions, corollaries, postulates, etc. Marami pa. At yun pa pala, so, in proving this, we need to have two-column proof. Of course, we need to use two-column proof to better understand and to present it in its best, no? In better present, to make it presentable for our students and for you. Of course, yan. So, ito i-share ko lang kung paano ko siya tinuro or paano natin siya ipoprove. Ayan. So, statements, then reasons. Ayan. So, binigay ko na dito yung statements niya. So, we need to deduct or we need to think of a good reason to support our statements. Siyempre, hindi tayo mapoprove na kung saan yung statements natin magde-defy doon sa kailangan nating answer. Kailangan natin palabas yung sagot. Okay. So, let's start with the statement number 1, which is point P is not on line D. So, here, it states that point P is not on line D. So, let's go back to our figure wherein T is separately presented to line D. So, in any having that kind of statement, the reason for this one is just given. Kasi dito makikita natin na given lang na si T, naka-post siya or naka-present siya separately to line D. Hindi siya na kay D or hindi si T ang isa sa mga points. Kumbaga, separate si T, element, then si D as a figure. Okay? So, next reason. So, for the second statement, we have line D contains points J and L. So, line D contains points J and L. So, let's go back again to the figure. So, yun. Pag magpo-prove kasi tayo, kailangan alam natin yung nangyayari. Alam natin lahat ng definitions and theorems for us to support our answer. Hindi kasi tayo makakapunta dito sa pinoprove natin kung hindi natin alam yung mga definitions and theorems na meron tayo in terms of mathematical system. Yeah. So again, points J and L. So what is the best reason to prove that J and L lies or they lie in line D? So again, in terms of definition of a line, we can say that 2 points form a line. So here, instead of saying postulate number 1, we can use its statement or the definition of that postulate. Yun. So, yun na lang mismo. Kasi masyadong mahirap or iba-iba kasi yung statements na ginagamit kada books. So, for me, as um, their geometry teacher, I used to let them use the statement or the description of the postulates, definitions, theorems, description itself to make it as a reason. Hindi na kailangan para ilagay pa kung anong postulate siya. Okay na sa akin yun. As long as na-describe niya, na-correct niya yung reason, then approve tayo doon. So, 2 points form a line. So, J and L are 2 points, as we can see here, J and L, and it is belong to line D. So, 2 points form a line. So, dito po yun. Again, given for point D for the first statement and reason. For the second reason is 2 points form a line or postulate number 1. Ayan. Again, for my reference, MSA book. Hindi ko siya pinopromote, pero yun lang po. Maganda po siyang gamitin. Marami po tayong ginagamit na book. Ginagamit po natin mga iba't ibang libro, of course. Hindi para, but partly, para mag-experiment. But, of course, for the sake of the learning of our students or our learners po. Kaya kailangan marami tayong reference. Next, points T, J, and L are non-collinear points. So, when we say non-collinear, meaning they do not lie on the same line. So, dito, wala naman tayong definition of non-collinear points. Otherwise, we're going to use the definition of collinearity or collinear lines. Definition of collinearity, it means that all points must lie or contain in one line. But here, as we can see in this figure, point T, J, and L, it didn't contain or lie in the same line. Pero for us to prove that they're not collinear, we will use definition of collinearity. Ayun. So again, for the first statement, given. Second statement, 2 points form a line. Then for the third reason is definition of collinearity. It's because of 3 points lie in the same line is collinear. That's what we call collinear points. However, for this one, it proves that TJ and L are non-collinear. So to defy that reason or that statement, we can use definition of collinearity. Next, for the first statement, the reason that we're going to use is tingnan natin. We have T, J, and L are contained in one and only one plane. So si T, si J, and si L nasa isang plane lang daw. Paano? Yeah. So in a plane, T, J, and L. If we're going to read, or if we read that the definition for planes, a plane must consist at least 3 points. Yun po yun. So, masasabi po natin na ang isang or nag-e-exist ang plane whenever it has at least 3 existing points. Whether it is collinear, non-collinear, as long as it has 3 existing points. So, here, we can state that 3 non-collinear points are contained in only one plane. In one and only one plane. Ayun. So, again, 3 points contained in only one or in one and only one plane. So, that is plane H. Hindi ko na sinulat dito yung plane H. So, isasabihin lang natin na itong plane H to. Okay. Next, line this also on the plane H. Yeah. So, paano natin sasabihin? So, dito, we already know that we have three non-collinear points, wherein 2 points of them are collinear. And again, 2 points form a line. Ayan. So, dito, lalagay natin, ayun, if 2 points form a line, and those points are in the plane, so we can say that line D is on the plane. Ayan. So, or we can state that since J and L forms two points, and that point is line D, therefore line D is on the same plane. Yun, pwede na yun. Again, for reasons, we can use statement or in a form of sentence form. Yun, to support our statement or our reason. Next, for the last one, line D and point D are contained in only one plane. So here, in statement 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, for the fifth statement, may line D daw tayo. Then, sa first statement, meron tayong T. So, here, we can state that since point T and point D are on the same plane, or we can say that point T and line D are on plane H, so we can prove that line D and point T are contained in only one plane. Si point T kasi natin, napatunayan na natin na naki-H, tama? Then J and L, 2 points from a line which is line D. And napatunayan din natin na nasa plane H. So therefore, here, since T and D, or line D, are on the same plane, so line D and point T are contained in only one plane. So, at the end, we prove that line D and point T are contained in only one plane.